Hello, coach. Results are very important in football games, you know. Losing against the 18th in the FIFA ranking as a Belgian team, what's the problem?
Yeah, good evening, everybody. First of all, congratulations to Israel for the victory. Yeah, I mean the game was not good tonight. I think we had not the flow that we need to have to play against a deep block. In many circumstances, Israel was aggressive. We tried, but yeah, speaking about the FIFA ranking, it's true, because these are the facts. But if you see the team that we had to put on the pitch today, I don't know if it's our main team. I think I don't need to repeat how many players are missing. Even inside the game, during the game, we had to change after 30 minutes. Leo Trossard with an injury. We had to change in the halftime. Zeno de Baas with an injury. It was, I think, injury number 23 or 24, if you see the whole pre-selection. This team never trained together, never played together. That's why, from my point of view, I can't speak negative about the team, that they have to do better, they must do better. They tried a lot. We had many players on the pitch that played 3 days ago, the 90 minutes, like Lois Openda, that is living from freshness. He was obliged to play also 90 minutes today. So these are the circumstances, but I don't hide that then, of course, due also to this, we had difficulties on the pitch. It was a tough one today.
Peter?
Good evening, Coach. Like you said, it was a deformed team, but nevertheless the start was quite good. First 10-15 minutes. Can you explain the enormous drop Belgium had in like the second part of the first half? The enormous drop of level the team had after those first 15 minutes, because then Israel created chances. They hit the bar and twice had a good chance that Castells had to say. Do you have an explanation for that? Because it was so different from the beginning of the game.
Yes. We conceded 3 counters that normally we don't concede. Because if we have a strength, even during this Nations League campaign, even through the bad results, is always to avoid counters. In a way that we have a good rest defense, we have a good counter pressing, we are well organized, and this is something that if you see Wout, if you see Zeno, if you see Arthur Theat, not tonight, but in general, they are really on a top level to do that. Tonight we conceded the 2 counters out of 3 because we lost too easy the ball. It was for me also a little bit new that we really played the ball inside the foot of the opponents. We had a lot of fog also, so in the third situation I didn't recognize the counter pressing. I think it was Dodi that was sliding, and then they have give and goes that we have to follow. They play, they go deep, and we didn't follow it. This is the situation we showed also in the halftime, that the give and goes we have to follow. Even if the give and goes is done by a central defender or by a number 6, we have to follow. And the intensity today for some players was not easy to go. Not because they didn't want, but just they could do it.
Niels, pas on je het laatste nieuws?
Hi, Mr. Tedesco. You know about the criticism. Are you still convinced you're the right man at the right place?
Yes, I'm convinced. I'm convinced because, first of all, I have the trust into myself. I know how I work. I know that I do everything for Belgium, everything for the team, everything for the staff. Second, I trust the staff, as I told you yesterday. And third, I trust our players. And this campaign was a difficult one. I think in Flemish you have the kind of saying that the bottle we have to drink till the end. This game was unbelievable tonight. We have really to drink it till the end, but now the bottle is empty. And up to now it can just be better. And I told you at the beginning, in March we will be there. We have many information about the team, about the players, about the combinations, about the tactics. We tried some new things, about the intensity. We have so many news out of this competition. out of this game, and also not all negative, also some positives tonight, because you have players like Leo Trossard. I just want to mention one name that had also a little bit of problems before the game, and he stood. He wanted to play. He wanted to play, and this is a really, really good sign. Just to make one example, but we have much more. So yes.
Gentleman here up front.
Ronendorf in Israel today. Good evening. It's a big night for Israel, and we understand we didn't beat the full mighty Belgium team, but we beat a good team. What did you like? I mean, you wouldn't like it on tonight, but what do you think were the good points of the Israeli team?
Yeah, I think that they put the intensity from the beginning till the end, so they never went down. I think that if you see the duels, the 1-1 duels, they fought till the end, like really it was a final for them. But at the same way, it's a good challenge for us, you know, and we concede a goal with unfortunately with an individual error that is part of the game, especially for a young guy. So also there, nothing negative from my side, but yeah, they just play with a big heart.
Thank you. Bart Lagarde Standaard.
Coach. Yeah, you just mentioned that now you have a lot of information to prepare March, but do you think the Belgian FA is on the same page on that? Do you have the confirmation that they look at it the same way, or do you expect you need to explain them and the new sports director Vincent Manhart about this?
Well, this I don't know. For this, I'm the wrong contact person, let's say. I think that before this campaign, I told you that we have to try a few things. Not like in this campaign, Italy and Israel because of the injuries, but of course, I told you that after the Euros, we have to change something. You know, after the Euros, we felt that we have to test, we have to try a little bit to have a bigger picture, a bigger overview, and now we have it. Now we have it. Of course, the results we expected to be better. You know, in Italy, I don't know, we can win with a penalty and a red card for Bastoni. At home against France, we can win, or at least 1 point, and the table is a little bit different. Also tonight, I don't think that we have to lose, but many circumstances. Really, the bottle we drank till the end. I repeat it, and now we will see. But from my point of view, I'm positive, and this young team needs time.
So from your point of view, Belgium is in a better position now than it was after the Euros?
For me personally, I saw during this campaign some positive things that in some games of the Euros we didn't see. If you look at the game against France during the Euros and at home against them, or if you see also Italy the second half for 60 minutes in Rome, I think that we showed that we can compete on a certain level. This against Ukraine, for instance, or against France, yeah, it was not there. The intensity was not there that we showed in some circumstances. So we know some good things. Yeah.
Wouter de Smet, Sportza.
Coach, you said in March we will be there, but now there is a lot of negative atmosphere around the team. How will you turn that around?
Look, the negative atmosphere is not since now. Unfortunately, it's not since now, because that negative atmosphere is coming from already a long time ago, I think. Or they told me, the Belgian told me it's a little bit a typical Belgian thing. But it's part of, and if you see the results during the Nations League, it's also normal, and we have to accept. I know it because we know that in March we will stay in the Nations League A. We have this kind of final that is important. It's also is good to have it, to start March, to start the new year with a certain, how can I say, concentration and focus and
Pressure.
No.
Huh?
Stiffness or goal is better.
Sorry, you were looking
Always
for
negative,
a word.
He's
No,
Belgian.
It's not negative. It's not negative. You were looking for a word. I'm trying to help you.
Thank you, Stefan. Really appreciate.
Okay, now Okay. The microphone can go to the gentleman here in front.
Good evening, coach. I am Jurlan Rashi from Hungary. I must ask a question about Adam Szalai because you were together at Hoffenheim when you were at the House team. Did you hear anything about his dramatic case yesterday, and do you want to wish him anything?
Yes, of course. I didn't saw the game because I was in the preparation for this game, but then I heard it this morning. I think that now he's well, he's okay. That's the really good thing. We wish him from the bottom of our hearts the best possible. That he's back very soon. Really good guy, really good person. That's why we were a little bit in a shock today to hear it, especially me. Yeah.
Thank you.
Sorry, another question, totally not related to today's game, but do you feel the relationship between the big teams, which have a lot of famous players, and the big clubs are close to explosion in Europe? They demand their players, and it just, since Rodri spoke and then got injured, it seems like we're about to go to war on this.
Yeah. After this camp, really from the pre-selection we had 50 players. Now I think 25 were not available for this game. Of course, it seems, as I told yesterday during the press conference, it seems the end of the season. It seems that we were not fresh completely. The whole camp, we had no freshness. The players want, but they seem to be empty. We have, of course, players from bigger teams. Sometimes it is an advantage, sometimes it can be a disadvantage. But as I told yesterday, in the Bundesliga in Germany, we just played 10 games. 10.
But who gives final word, your doctor or the club doctor?
Difficult to say, because first of all, we need to check every player. So if there is a doubt, we invite the players, as we did with many players on last Monday. So we check them, and then we send them home if there is an injury, or we have to discuss. Not every situation is the same. If there is a chance that a player can play the second game, we can still hope and try to prepare. Other situations, if it's really clear, they don't need to come. If we have images and it's a clear tear and he's out for 2 weeks, he doesn't need to come. We don't want to make even more trouble for the players, because at the end we are also responsible for the players and why they have to travel with a tear, you know. But it was a really, really complicated camp, really complicated. So respect to our doctor. He's doing an unbelievable job. He's pretty new, but it was not an easy camp also for him. So, yeah.
Two more questions, Vincent Langendries, and then we end with Peter.
Yes, hello, coach.
Hi.
You told us before the Nations League that this Nations League will be a sort of test of laboratory for you. What are the main conclusions that you can share with us about these 6 games now?
I think that it doesn't matter against whom. It doesn't matter against which kind of opponent. This team is able to compete on the highest level, because you saw it. We have to continue for 90 minutes. It's not enough against big teams to compete for 45 minutes or 60 minutes. We have good combinations. If you see Timo Castagne, that was able to play on the left side. We saw central defenders like Aldakil coming back, playing on the right side. It was a really good. I mean, he was not playing for 1 year, and you saw the way he played, even if not everything was brilliant, but it's somebody that we really missed. We have more opportunities on the pockets. We have more opportunities there in front. I think that we have to press high. This is my conclusion. We have to press high. In some circumstances, we drop. We have to drop because they take us deep. But whenever it's possible, a back pass, a long pass, we must be there. And in front, we need a lot of deep runs. I think that in the games that were positive, we did it. A certain number of deep runs, you know. And this these are a few conclusions, and then many others speaking about single players, that we know where to use him, how to use him, if we use him, if we call him. So yeah, yes.
Very last question for Peter, Sporza.
Please.
One more thing about the future. Should the federation decide that the coach has to pay the price for the Euros and the Nations League campaign, would it seem unfair to you, given the circumstances you already described and the goals you set yourself for this Nations League campaign?
I don't think about it, I don't think about it. I just think about my job, to do it as best as possible. And even if it seems strange today, but this campaign, I know how we worked on detail, how we prepared the matches, how we spoke to the players, how we faced this kind of injuries, the way we tried to keep being a locomotive, to push everybody. I have no doubt. So, and for the rest, it's really not. I'm not the right contact person. So for me, it stays how I told you. In March, we will be there.
Okay, thank you. Thanks all.
Thank you.
See you later. Have a safe trip home.